Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here's Carter on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Penix here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7 at 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it would really break the backs of the defense.
Defender gets you right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Penix throwing, 3rd and 2. Gets this one to London. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. We'll cobble together a yard there. Lee McNeil in on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
By Kirby Joseph.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And this one does not get close. He stops after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4th down, here's Penix. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he works his way for a gain of 4. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another one for Gibbs. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this.
Old school tradition, you can see that. Even the coaches on the screen are those
Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have 3rd down and 8. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. Just gets the 1st and more. Running down the left side. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's D. Alford. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Penix. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
The lack of points, the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
37-yard line.
Now to give to Bijan. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Penix on third down. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment.
Here we go, Shaq. Take off.
Robinson on the inside give.
Come on, big boy. Pick that block up. What's wrong with you?
First down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well
That ass, bitch.
as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here he is on third and short. That one's caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now we're on with Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
On the shotgun, Penix finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And running here with Bijan. And he's in! It's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons get their first points of this game just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown! Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Raheem Morris keeping his offense out there. They're going for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Penix is going to throw for it. And oh, someone steps in. It's intercepted. Alex Anzalone with the pick. And he'll be taken down on the edge of his own end zone at the 2.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and are set up perfectly to counter.
No.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Jacob Sailors now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess. Even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that happen.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
What I really intended to do. Like, really was scrambling instead of like.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Sailors now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 7 at the 28-yard line.
They go play action with Goff. He beams one deep right side. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds, so we've got 3rd down.
This defense,
That's crazy. No. You see how they just stop and just look at that shit?
They've reduced this receiver to a football. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Screen here for Gibbs. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Offensive line fast. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. Downfield and Tislau has it. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
You know, King, we like to talk about flipping the field in special teams, right?
Good
A
on
kick
that.
return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Into a crowd and intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it.
Goff's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this gets him well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Throwing Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger key. Put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators when you get a nice run, but you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts and reacts well with the sack.
Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
Yeah,
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Off play action, Goff. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He gained 11 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Running it with David Montgomery. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets hit done. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
And it's third down.
So we're through three here. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. He'll throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long. The Lions readying for the punt. It's away, and not a great kick, angling right toward the sideline. So he sends this one out of bounds, and that's going to put the upcoming drive at the 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were up there to bring him down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Penix now. Hauled in by Moon, left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Going to the ground again on first. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quick.
Wasted the time. Yeah.
So we do get a timeout from the defense just before the 2-minute warning. So one more play
that might have been a
before we
smart
reach
ass
that
play.
break.
It might have been a small.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Cowboy Angels.
To the air with Penix. Fits it through the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You can read it, but this way you can
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Oh, you almost right. Still got it.
Shotgun snap. We'll give to Robinson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Back to throw.
See?
Cutting in the goal line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown.
That's even too
The
loud.
Falcons jump in front late. So that, Brock, is important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied, but able to score and take the lead.
For the 2-point conversion.
We'll look to throw it.
I did it again. Oh, touchdown. Oh, you missed it.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
Yeah, we ain't need it. Yeah, he can throw no two.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Uh-oh. Is he going to get the ball?
What the hell is that?
Sailors now.
What
No
is
return.
that?
Stop in a big
I will take it. I will take it.
That's something different.
Man, that's just something
We'll
you never
take
ever
it.
see at this level. That's a
Yeah.
complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, it's not getting to normal offense. You got to find some way, somehow, to take yourself out of this hole.
And
Pick.
they
Oh,
catch it
missed
after
and
deep
drop.
look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense
Now,
knew
one more
what
time,
to
do that.
and knocked it away.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Setting up to pass. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him
You got
and
blocked.
force a mistake
On the block,
just
right?
like that.
Yeah, those guys,
Get in there
they're
like
so
that.
sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety. And those defenders just wait for that rush throw.
Look
They
at that.
step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
They go
They go again with Algier. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Good game, man.
Algier with another carry.
Oh.
And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. That's a pickup of 9. And that will set up 1st and goal. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. This
This
is the type of game everyone was hoping they would see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included.
I
A
did
close
that the
one
whole
that
game.
went all the way
He
down
ain't
to
had
the
the ball
final
that
whistle.
long. I only think he
This
held
is
the ball
one
for
of the bigger
four.
adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Because I pretty much held the ball the whole
Well,
first
that'll
quarter.
do it for us, for Brock
I try to
Huard and our
always do that.
entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott.
That was
This has
some
been the
bullshit. They just
NFL
ran
on
me
EA Sports.
That motherfucker
A
fast.
well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
We used to have a union squad and the stuff was canceling that shit out too. That's what ended up the score. Like, man, he didn't even throw a touchdown or nothing.
Time possession. You see that?
Yeah.
He didn't even have the ball.
Out of 16 minutes, he had it 3/4 of the time.
Yeah.
He only had a quarter of the time. Almost quarter.